40% chance, maybe 35% chance. It's written by this gentleman sitting right here, Brandon Russell, is our senior editor of special projects and mobile. So, Brandon, welcome.
Welcome. Hello.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you came to Techno Buffalo.
A little about myself. I enjoy soccer.
Interesting.
I enjoy reading a good book.
You enjoy reading books about soccer?
I do, actually. I've read a few. They're pretty good. A little bit about how I came to Techno Buffalo. About 3 years ago, I decided on a whim to reach out to John. I didn't hear back, unfortunately, the first time I reached out. I was actually interning at a local magazine here. So I thought, why not? I'll just reach out, see what happens. I didn't hear back. About 3 months later...
I still say that email went to the spam box and I just never saw it.
Yeah, I don't really think that's true. But about 3 months later, I actually finished my internship. I actually started working for the company, but I thought, well, why don't I just follow up and see if anything has changed by now? And actually, you reached out and you said, hey, let's start talking. You fed my information to Sean, and then kind of the rest is history.
Yeah, Brandon's timing was perfect. His first day was actually our first day in the office that we're now. So we're looking to sort of staff up, and it was sort of it
worked out perfect.
A perfect fit. So Brandon, you're a really prolific writer. How many articles per day would you say that you write on average?
I'm not quite as fast as Todd. He could kind of crank them out in a matter of seconds, it seems like. But, it just depends on the news of the day, what's interesting, what's not interesting, because I kind of get fed up with some of these articles that are out here. But, on a good day, it's probably like 10 or 12. On a slower day, it's like 5 or 6.
So obviously in tech, there's a lot of topics to write about. How do you pick what you want to write about versus what you don't want to write about? And how do you sort of marry the having to write content versus writing content that's interesting to you?
Well, I guess the first part is what we think the audience will find interesting. Beyond that, I know myself and the rest of the staff kind of have a preference of what to write about. That's why we kind of go with a lot of opinion pieces, and that's why I've kind of gravitated toward the longer stuff, because that's what I enjoy. I try and put a story behind a lot of the stuff that I do. I may not come across in shorter pieces, just like the quick, this device is getting an update sort of piece. But with the blimp piece and with some of my opinions and a little bit in my reviews, I try and tell a story because that's what I enjoy doing.
Like the Oculus piece.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of gravitate towards that. That's why I was lucky enough to get the special projects. I got some stuff I'm actually working on right now.
So what does that mean, so special projects? It might sound sort of nebulous to people.
We try to give it a tech angle, but if it doesn't necessarily have an immediate tech angle, we try and look at it from the perspective that our core audience would like to see it at.
So you just got back from a trip.
Yeah, actually I got to participate in a NASA event. I actually went up to the Jet Propulsion Lab in Pasadena, and they showed us around the building up there. We actually got to see, you might have seen it a little bit on Twitter, we got to see the sister of the Mars Curiosity rover. We got to sit in the control room of the launch, actually, that happened a few years ago. And then the day after that, we got to go out to Barstow, California, and we actually got to see the Deep Space Network. So that was really interesting.
Take a quick second from talking to this gentleman to thank our friends and overall good peeps at lynda.com. If you ever wanted just to learn new things, lynda.com offers thousands of engaging, easy to follow video tutorials taught by people that know their stuff, experts in their fields, from software, creative, and business skills. If you want to learn how to video edit, you want to be a better speaker, whatever it is, lynda.com has you covered. Membership starts at just $25 per month, provides unlimited 24/7 access. That's kind of cool. You can learn at your own pace from either tiny little tutorials if you got a little bit of ADD like me, or you want to learn sort of larger courses, things like web design, programming design, photography, business, audio and video, 3D animation, all those other things that I wish I knew how to do. So you can watch lynda.com on the go anywhere you're at, from your computer, tablet, or mobile device. They got a pretty awesome mobile app. You can try lynda.com free for 7 days by visiting lynda.com/technobuffalo. That's lynda.com/technobuffalo. Now let's learn more about you. So Brent, a lot of people might want to be exactly where you are, sitting where you're sitting, writing what you're writing. What advice would you have for someone who's aspiring to be a tech journalist or an online journalist?
I think kind of what Roy touched on last episode, just to kind of keep writing, do as much writing as you can. There's a period when I didn't even really want to write. I just kind of happened to get into it, and then I figured out more and more that this was something that I really wanted to do. So if you have an opportunity like I did to intern somewhere, you should definitely reach out to that and seize that opportunity. You know, like Royce said, read a lot, get your writing out there. You know, criticism is okay, because I mean, I'm not perfect, Todd's not perfect. You know, none of us are perfect here. But just learn from that, keep writing, you'll grow. I know early on when I first got here, I was really struggling with, you know, keeping up with the amount of content we need to push out to you guys. Just keep at it, and you'll eventually, you know, you'll grow, you'll get better, and then, you know, who knows, you might get a job working for John one day, working, you know, somewhere else that you're passionate about.
Brandon's, was it your second day, was the iPhone 5 event?
Yeah.
So Brandon's second day here was probably the busiest day we've ever had. It. Yeah, iPhone 5.
Yeah.
Probably the busiest day we've ever had in the company. I was sure Brandon was going to go to lunch and never come back.
Yeah, I was pretty overwhelmed that day. So
if you can get through things like that, you can get through pretty
much anything.
And it's a year and a half later, you came back.
Yeah, events nowadays are kind of like second nature, but you know, back then, when you haven't really experienced anything like that, especially from a professional perspective, it was pretty overwhelming.
So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoy these series and getting to know all of us and getting to know the people that write the content and create the content. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a comment down below. Until next time, I'm John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo, and we'll get back to regular riffy style episodes very soon. See you guys next video. Bye-bye. What's up, everyone? Thank you for watching that video. If you want to see more of the latest and greatest tech news, you can subscribe to our main Techno Buffalo channel by clicking the button right down below in my pants region, or click on the buttons to your right to see more videos.